Yeah, I'm in the game trying to level up. Yeah, I'm in the game trying to level up. Yeah, I'm in the game trying to level up. These other haters, man, they trying to settle up.
What's good, y'all? And welcome to the 22nd episode of Ninja Talk. It's your boy Mike. I'm here with my co-host Eric
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
and Carl.
Yo, what's good?
For this episode, we'll be discussing the dope movie Shang-Chi. You know,
Spoilers ahead if you have not seen it. Just gonna throw that out there.
of course,
Yes, sir.
I feel like I'm gonna ramble on for a minute, so I'm gonna let y'all go first. What's y'all overall thoughts?
Right, Eric, you should go.
Go ahead,
man.
Carl. Go ahead, Carl. You had that look. Like, yo, I'm ready. Let's go, Carl. Go ahead.
The movie starting out was okay, but it wasn't until like the fighting scene, like near the end there, I was like, yo, this is it. This is it. I gotta go take a martial arts class now. No, but
My
it
man
was
said that.
like like when he was fighting his father, I was like, yo, with that Brazilian jiu-jitsu, I'm about to have to learn something, man, because I'm about to all that crazy ish they was doing in there. But nah, the movie was dope, though. I'm not gonna lie. I really like how they played, like orchestrated everything out. It was really well put out. Like whoever wrote the script, they did a very good job with the way like they like kind of like progressed everything. How they incorporated two big bads. Shang-Chi's father and what was his name? The Mandarin. He went by the Mandarin or something like that.
The Mandarin.
And then they also incorporated the that Soul Eater dragon,
Yeah.
whatever they called him.
I think we
But
just called the Soul Eater.
Okay. Yeah, I thought that was pretty dope because it was like in my head when I was watching the movie, I was like, oh, if the dad's just the big bad, then we're just seeing another typical son take down his father film. But they incorporated that in there and had the father give him the rings and all that stuff. I was like, okay, this is dope. And then they all connected it to the multiverse and everything. Yeah, nah, they planned everything out very well, and I thought it was very well orchestrated. It was a dope film. It was a dope film too, and I like how they incorporate a lot of like Asian, like Oriental culture in there, like their religion, mythology, and all that stuff. I thought that was dope, because I don't know too much about Asian mythology or whatever or Asian religion. So just to see that and see how they do their thing, I was like, okay, that's interesting.
What about you, Eric?
Kidding. To Carl's point real quick. Like, I have to agree with you. Like, Marvel is very good at storytelling. It's like, we're all, all 20, was it 23, 24 movies now?
Something like that.
25? Including Black Widow.
Yeah.
I mean, storytelling, they do a good job. Overall, I think it was a solid movie. Definitely a solid movie. Fight scenes, correct me, let me rephrase that. I enjoyed the one-on-one fight scenes, like the small scale fight scenes, more than the big like giant scale battles. I don't know. It felt kind of lackluster to me. Kind of the same thing with the last battle with the Soul Sucker. That was just like, it's not terrible. I can watch it, but I prefer when like homie was on the bus just throwing hands. Like that's why I came to see the movie. Like it's like small fights like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, definitely like the best part of the movie for me. The Mandarin, another good part. Not gonna lie, like when they said we were getting the Mandarin, I was kind of picturing like the stereotypical Mandarin dressed in the long gown with like the little thing sticking out of his hair and it's all long and all that. I was like, so I was pleasantly surprised. I have to say. Um, Aquafina, she works. She works for this movie. She does. Um, Overall, I think it's a good cast of characters that we got. Some of them are like, why are you even here? But there's bound to be some of those, of course, of course. um, yeah, overall, solid movie. Give it a, I don't know, wait for the rating till later.
All right, that. Um, Me personally, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna put this movie as my favorite solo movie, ahead of Captain America 2,
Oh,
ahead of Black Panther. I'm gonna lose my black card for that one.
yeah, probably. They coming for you, bro. Joking.
uh, I don't know. This movie for me, like beginning to end, I was engaged the whole time. I was never bored. I really have nothing negative to say about it. It's like storytelling, good. Characters, mess with the characters. Even like the best friend, I was messing with her character. She was cool. Um, Fight choreography, from that opening scene with the dad and the mom to the bus fight to this dude getting kicked in the face by his sister to the chase scene right after. Like, bro, them fights were crazy. Crazy. And I like the end battle. I don't care what you say.
Hey, I'm not saying it was bad. I wasn't feeling it. I don't know. Like, I mean, two giant CGI monsters are battling. It's kind of like, okay, yeah, cool.
Nah, I feel you. I feel you. You know what got me hyped with the end battle
Yeah.
was the dragon. The dragon was a waterbender.
He was.
I'm like,
He
yeah.
definitely was. It's like, yo, I'm over here throwing water now. It's like,
I'm like, yo. And I kind of like that little finishing move he had where he kind of used the rings, propelled himself from here to here to here, and then did that final blow. I thought that was well done. But yeah, I gotta say, movie's a 10 out of 10 for me.
Okay. Not seeing. Okay. To each their own, as I say.
Yo, I was gonna say, man, the dude. Remember that dude on the bus that was recording the fight, bro?
Yeah,
Yo,
hilarious.
Yo, bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro, but yo, Eric, he reminded me of you so much. I was like, yo, that dude remind me of Eric, bro. He had the fro and everything. I was like, yo, that's crazy.
That's my time remnant.
Oh shit.
Nah, that whole sequence was dope.
Yeah, but that's the same dude that was in Spider-Man.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Yeah,
5 minutes ago.
I was like, oh, I know you look familiar. He's like, yeah, Spider-Man. He's like, oh shit, yeah, Iron Man. Like, oh, okay. Change that real quick. Clearly, from what Mike, the whole spiel that Mike just gave, he didn't have any scenes or characters that he did not like. So I guess my question is directed towards Carl. Were there any scenes or characters you didn't like?
I kind of didn't like that chick.
That's
His friend. The reason why I say that was because I was expecting a love scene, because Marvel always does that. And I was like, yo, like, no disrespect, but she kind of not really that cute.
Oh, man.
So it's like, if they do a kiss scene in the end, I don't know, man. I don't know. Your boy not rolling with it.
I'm done.
But they didn't do that. So I was like, all right, it's okay. I let it slide. But besides that, I think I think that might just been the only character I didn't really like in the film.
Hmm. I think her
Everybody
name
else
was
was
Kathy.
Kathy,
Katie?
Yeah.
Katie. There
Katie.
we go.
Katie.
Nah, the cool thing about her character, I don't know if you've ever met any like Americanized Asians, but
No.
she represents Americanized Asians so well.
Facts.
Like I have a coworker, like the whole time I'm watching the movie, I'm thinking about my coworker at work. Obviously at work.
Uh,
like like
Co-workers in the name. Come on, bro. We got it.
my coworker at home.
like just some like small little details where like she doesn't speak the language anymore, but like her parents are forcing her to go down this path when instead she wants to do this. Like,
Right.
yo, talk to an Asian, they'll tell you, yes, this
Facts,
is what
facts.
happens.
Yo, you know, I felt that vibe growing up Haitian. I mean, me, I was born in Haiti, so I'm like, I'm cultured. But I have
I'm
friends
a
who
man of
weren't,
culture. Thank you.
who don't really speak the language,
Right.
but you
Like
know,
me. No.
One
right.
cultured swan.
They're not too familiar with the culture, so it's like you'll say something to them in Creole, and they're like, I don't speak the language." I'll be like, oh damn, all right then, and it's, you feel like they're not even really Haitian,
Yeah.
or in
Yep.
that sense, they're not even really Asian. You know,
Oh
say
yeah.
like,
I mean, I had that same sensation because I'm half Cape Verdean. I don't speak the language. You'd be like, oh, you're not Cape Verdean. I'm like, all right, cool. That's fine with me. I don't care. You're not hurting my feelings. Like, come on
homie,
now.
homie was like, yo, what's your Asian name? Like, what's your Chinese name?
Yeah.
And she was just like, I think she either didn't answer it, or when she gave a response, she didn't really know it or something like that. I forgot what it was, but it was just like I felt that part too, because it's like I don't know, it's like we're all vaguely similar. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
When it comes to like that type of stuff, you know, if you're not if you're not a lawyer, doctor, or engineer, you're nothing. You're disowned. But dad, I want to be an artist. What?
No,
What's that?
no
I
son of
fucked up.
mine.
I definitely felt that. And I did like how like in the end when they were telling her like and they taught her how to become an archer, taught her how to follow through with your dream. That was definitely philosophical because like you know even for me like you know just like um you know just me like just like as a black person as like a first year college student or whatever, it's like a lot of college students are realizing that yo college ain't for them, and it's like but they're going to school because of their parents or their family or something like that.
Right.
And it's like follow through with your dream, follow through with something that you already started with. And I'm like, yo, this is what I'm truly passionate in. Forget what they saying. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Follow through with the dream. That definitely was philosophical. Like for me at least.
Right. Yeah. So because of all those reasons, I digged her character.
Word.
like, like she had a purpose, you know what I'm saying? Like,
She was relatable.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, any other characters? I'm trying to think.
What about that masked shinobi dude that was training Shang-Chi?
Zuko?
Damn. Oh shoot.
The blue-faced spirit. Nah, but
Yeah, I think they call
I,
him like
I'm gonna be
death,
real with you.
the death dealer. That's his name.
I felt a lot of Avatar vibes while I was watching this.
Oh, shoot.
Definitely, I was like, "Oh shit, we airbending now."
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know how to feel about uh mass guy. You said death dealer.
Death dealer.
Yeah. I mean, didn't really get too much background on him. Just like that I was just training you when you were younger. That's it. I'm gonna, I'm gonna beat you up until you're good, basically. It's like, oh, okay. Flash, flash by 10 years. Oh, I'm still the same.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Still, still the same height. Dude didn't even grow.
he's just a henchman.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, okay.
The part when the dad was like, he pulls up to the death dealer. He goes, "Yo, I told you guys none of y'all would be able to beat my son."
Yeah,
I was like, "Damn, the dad's talking that.
facts.
He talking that ish, bro." He's like, "Come on, fam. That's my offspring, fam. Y'all not beating him, fam."
Yeah.
Nah, but supposedly in the comics, he's like so nasty at martial arts. Shang-Chi's so nasty at martial arts that it's considered a superpower. Like he ends up training Spider-Man, teaches him martial arts and teaches him his own style of martial arts that complements his style as Spider-Man.
Mm.
He trains a couple other people too. I think he trained Iron Fist. I think he either trained Iron Fist or I may have that one mixed up because I know Iron Fist trained somebody, but
Gotcha.
he's like the Bruce Lee of the comics of the comic world.
I feel you. Not gonna lie, that thing you said earlier, I feel like taking martial arts classes too, bro.
Like, bro, listen, I was out today, and all this time I've been going to Taco Bell, right up on VFW, and I didn't even know there was a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu place right behind. So you already know your boy's over there.
About to go get that black belt.
About to be yo. What's your martial artist name? Yo, call me Shang-Chi, but you're black.
Call me Black Chi.
Pull up in there like this with the headband.
Have it down to the side. Like, is that Kakashi? No, he's black.
It's Nigrashi.
That's awesome. I don't know. So, what did you as a villain? What did you guys think of the Mandarin overall?
The dad, I was having mixed feelings about the dad because there was like points in the movie where I'm like, wait, is he really a villain or like, he is an asshole, but is he a villain?
Well, yeah.
But it wasn't until like probably the last like 20, 30 minutes where it's like, okay, this dude's coming to burn this city down. All right, cool. Yeah, he's the villain. But I thought it was I kind of like the little added flair of him being not mind controlled, but misguided
Yeah.
by some demons or whatever into finding his wife.
Right.
I thought that little aspect was cool.
Yeah. I was definitely getting Madara vibes from him. When I say Madara vibes, I mean like the rationalized villain. The one that you can identify with, the one that you get the humanized side of them and you're like, you're not all the way bad. I get what you're doing. I'd probably do the same thing. Like,
I mean, you're still a dick, but I mean, I get you.
Right. Like, I mean, the way you're going about doing it, I mean, we could kumbaya it, but don't get me wrong. Homie was chasing power his whole entire life,
right?
Which is understandable because when we look through our history, that's all we've really been doing. Especially the Asian community, like, yo, man, like, yo, there's a lot of stuff about like, just finding new discoveries. Like, I just recently learned, that. So you know how like there's the 4 greatest discoveries of history. One of them was gunpowder.
Okay.
And gunpowder was discovered trying to create an elixir for immortality.
I believe it.
Yeah, so I'm just like, okay, I get it. You know what I'm saying? You're seeking something higher than yourself, which is definitely commendable. Homie runs into the wife. They battle it out a little bit. He falls in love, leaves the life behind, and then he comes back when he hears a demon trying to masquerade as her, and all he wants is his wife back. So
Hmm.
I definitely felt all of that. So I'm like, all right, I don't even really look at you as a bad guy. You just like a vigilante or something.
I feel you.
Nah, you just a straight asshole. That's all that is. Just call it what it is. Just call it what it is. Um, I definitely think he was definitely relatable. Definitely
Facts.
relatable. You know, widowed husband. You know, grieving over the love of his life. I'm still a little surprised that he loved her so much that he was willing to give up the rings. I
Right.
thought I was like, oh, okay, that must be some real love.
So
Um,
I was like watching a couple of videos in regards to the ring thing.
yeah,
So the real actual rings are not wristbands; they're actual
yeah.
rings.
The
Like
what was it Machion rings? I think they're called mandolin rings,
is that what
something
they were
like
called?
that.
I don't remember what they
Yeah,
were called, but each ring was to display some form of like superhero, like some great superhero, something like that.
but it
So
was
each ring does like something, just like how like the Infinity Stones. It was
yeah,
like a less glorified version of the Infinity Stones.
yeah. So each control like a aspect of something
Yeah,
of an element or whatever.
I
Yeah,
just hope they kind of steer that way a little bit, just a little bit.
yeah,
Because ain't this is the first time someone like the viewers are seeing or hearing about the Ten Rings.
Mhm.
So it's like at least just a little bit stick to the script before we start
yeah,
changing some stuff up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like everybody they see the rings being used the way the father was using them as like an extension of himself and whatnot. But then we see Shang-Chi, he using it like way differently than how his father was using it. So it was just like, okay, are we gonna get like another like you know what I'm saying? Like another
yeah,
way of them using it? Are we gonna get another Shang-Chi? Because like when they like started talking about like the multiverse, are they gonna introduce us to another Shang-Chi that has the 10 rings, but he's using it a whole different way?
I feel you.
Like at least like somewhat stick to the script so like the viewers know,
yeah,
okay, yo, this is sticking to the comics. Like I don't mind like a little bit of change, but it's just like just so the viewers could know what's going on.
yeah. And it's funny that you said that because I was thinking the same thing. Like going in, I was like, oh shit, we about to get the Maculon, whatever the rings
Mm,
that that he uses. And I mean, from the only thing I really know about the Mandarin it comes from the Iron Man Armored Adventures
mm,
show, where like they're all like it's like a coming of age type like story. So like they're all like high schoolers and shows how like Tony becomes Iron Man. But the overall backstory is the same. He loses his parents and whatnot. Um, but there's a character that gets introduced as the Mandarin and his stepson. Um, and he has the Makalon rings. He usually knows. So I was like, oh shit, we about to see those in live actions. So I was kind of hyped. I was like, oh okay then. Um, I mean, a little disappointed, but like not like as disappointed, like so much that I regretted seeing the movie. I mean,
I feel you.
yeah.
I,
So
I was gonna say that I actually kind of like the way the rings weren't OP. Like they kind of complement his fighting style instead of him just being like, "Oh, I got rings. I don't really need to fight you. I could just use this power."
mm.
Like it was more of a complementary trinket kind of thing,
Right.
hmm,
and he's still using his full like martial arts skills. But it could deflect bullets, so that's.
I mean, shit. Now, I mean, something that doesn't bother me. Like those things, especially after the end credit, like when Bruce, Captain Marvel, and
Wong?
Wonk.
Wong, as was Doctor Strange too. Yeah, like they've never seen anything like this. So
Right.
it's like, where the hell did it come from?
Right.
And then even when we're in, at the beginning of the movie, when we're introduced to them, we get like no explanation. Like, oh, we just have 10 rings. Okay,
Mm.
okay.
They
Okay,
out
so
here
it's just
talking
gonna
about Genghis Khan used a 10 ring. I'm like, yo, I would love to see that. I would love to see Genghis Khan pull up. Yo, South China, we need
bro.
your land.
I think he conquered everything, bro. Come on now. No.
Man.
That was good. So I'm just like, all right. Like, I'm hoping eventually we get some kind of like explanation. Maybe they're gonna like tie in somewhere in like a future movie or something. Like, I just need some explanation. Like, why exactly do we get like these rings instead of the rings that I was expected? Which I think, I don't know if I'm the only one, but I think a lot of people are expecting to see the rings on the finger. Why didn't we get those? Are we gonna get those in a future movie?
Right.
Like, are we gonna explore how the Mandarin came in possession of them? Like, I need something. Like, give me something. You know what I mean? But other than that,
I feel you.
I guess they're all right.
To piggy off your question, if I may make a speculation,
Yeah,
I'm looking at like some of the like what each ring has, like what ability each of them harnesses.
yeah,
Um, it's like when you kind of think about it, I guess it would have probably been kind of hard to like create that in the film. Um, like for example, one of them is called the Remaker, shatters and imagines relationships on a subatomic level. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you doing that?
I
You know what I'm
mean,
saying?
they did that with the Infinity Stones, though.
I think it would have been a lot for one movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Like, like the Infinity Stone's a little bit easy. Yo, this right here, yeah, it controls reality.
I
But
mean,
this ring, you're not LeBron James.
LeBron don't even got 10 rings. Um, I don't know. Maybe they could have did like maybe he was like collecting them, so that way you only have to do like one or two, three, effects, and then maybe in the credit scene, kind of direct him like, all right, now we're gonna go look for the other ones. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Like if he didn't already have them in his said possession. I thought that's one way they could that one route they could have took.
right.
So I agree with you. Like putting like all of them in there, that would have been overkill, and just I don't think it would have worked out
Right.
well. Um, but like it's doing a fraction of them. I felt like that could have some success, and like I said, you can build upon that because that's a like you know an evolving storyline because they're still looking for the rings. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right.
You know?
I feel you.
Yeah.
I liked how in the film when they introduced that like the mother's homeland,
Mm-hmm.
Oh
and they
yeah.
was introducing like the warriors. The fighting style was definitely similar to the Wakandians. The Wakandans. Did I nail it the first time? The Wakandians.
No,
Wakandan.
Wakandans.
Wakandans. All right.
Oh,
So
and
like
also then I think the city names is Taolo. Taolo.
Talo, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So remember in like when they were like fighting, you would see like the Wakandans, they would come. You have like the front line come out and pull out their shield, and you got the ones on top pull out their shield and protect those guys.
Yeah.
And then they did the same thing, and they like just stacked the shields on top of each other. Oh shoot, that's some like Black Panther joint. Like,
Some battle strategy, bro.
yeah, that was dope. I was like, oh shoot, damn. Out
Like
here.
shit. Did you miss that class in school? I'm kidding. Battle
I thought
strategy.
I thought that part. I thought that part was dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole concept's kind of similar, where it's like a world within a world, in a way.
Right.
And homie, the main character, shouts out like Chadwick Boseman as like kind of the reason we got an Asian lead movie. You know what I'm saying? Because of the success of
Oh.
Black Panther,
That's actually what's up.
it opened doors for other minorities.
Yeah.
But there were like, I've heard that there were some people in the Asian community that were upset about this film. I never really read into why they were, but I saw that they thought it was racist. And throughout the whole entire film, I was looking for why. It's like, how was it racist? Like, I mean, I guess if we want to take the approach at that the only form of Chinese that they spoke was Mandarin, but I mean,
Nah,
Or maybe it's
that
just
wouldn't
like
make sense.
yeah, it wouldn't.
like,
It wouldn't. It'd be like a very vague argument, but because
maybe it's like Americanized, so maybe like some things aren't accurate as they should be.
right.
Maybe I don't know.
I felt like the movie even addressed Asian racism. You know what I'm saying? Like early on,
Yeah.
when dude was like, "Oh yeah," homie came up to me and was like, "Hey, Gangnam Style," and then it's like, "Yo, I'm not Korean." Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh shit, that had me rolling, bro. Oh shit.
It's funny. It's like stupid. No.
But I think I read somewhere too that the movie, they haven't played it in China yet because
Oh,
you know the Chinese government is weird. They be banning
right.
they be banning a lot of things.
Yeah. Like, not even a fall off topic. Like, I was talking to one of my coworkers.
I
was
mean, we
surprised-
have to at least once an episode.
Facts.
Go ahead.
But I was talking to one of my coworkers. I was surprised to find out TikTok's banned in India. I
India,
was like, oh,
really?
oh,
Yeah, they
yeah.
banned like at least 50 Chinese apps.
That's very
I
interesting.
saw because it's funny that you mentioned that because I saw an article on that. I didn't read it. I read the title. I was like, oh, interesting factoid. And I kind of just kept on
scrolling.
by my head.
Right.
But yeah, it's interesting that you mentioned that.
So yeah, I don't know what would upset the Asian culture with this movie.
Right.
Because from like my perspective, it's like,
Well, I mean, you're not
I know
Asian.
I'm not, but like
So,
I thought everything was done in good taste. Like I can't, like they had actual Asian characters.
wasn't whitewashed, which is good.
They spoke the language and put in subtitle. Like I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll have to. And are there articles and stuff out about it, or just gotta dig in, do some research
Facts.
if you really want to know? But I mean, that's kind of to be, expected though. Like,
Right. Especially
I mean,
in today's generation.
exactly. And I can imagine there was some of that same stuff with Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Everybody's
So-
like, yo, this film better be on point. And then when we find out a black man was producing, like, yes, there we go.
Yeah, but then you got people who are like, oh, you guys, this is just the white man giving, us, character to shut us up. I'm like, bro, who cares? Like, we finally getting like a badass representation in this superhero genre that's been like severely lacking.
Right.
Like, we need representation. Like, take it in whatever form it comes in as currently,
Right.
and then build upon it as you go forward. Like, it's not gonna happen overnight.
Right.
Rome was not built in a day. So
Facts. That's facts.
it's like, take each step as it comes. You can't get greedy. People are just too greedy nowadays.
I thought it was kind of interesting when in the ending when the the sister Shu help me out here. Shu what was her name? What was the rest of her
Mm.
name?
Shang-Chi? Lee? I think it was Lee. Sounds Lee.
Was it Lee?
I
I
know
don't
it was
know.
she. It's the start was she,
I
which
felt like their
is
names were
X
very
I.
similar.
Yeah, their names were very similar.
They were.
Hold on, I'll find it.
We have to
But
But
as you're looking that up, continue.
put some respect on her name.
right. I thought it was interesting how okay, her name was Leiko Wu.
Nah,
Leiko Wu.
that sounds wrong.
That's not what I remember.
He said that sounds wrong.
It just does.
But I thought it was very interesting that she ends up taking over the father's
Yeah.
like whole organization. Like because it made me ask the question like, is she a good guy? Is she a bad guy? What do we expect of her? You know what I'm saying? Like especially like with just continuing her father's criminal organization. Like, but she turned into like she like uses it to expand her underground fighting thing,
Yeah, I
which was
thought.
actually very interesting. By the way, how they incorporated Emil Blonsky into the whole situation.
Hmm.
Not even to get off topic.
No, that's not off topic, bro. That's in the movie. What you mean?
So no, because I was just like I was going right down the rabbit hole. I was watching a video about like Easter eggs and whatnot,
Yeah.
and they were explaining how after Wong fights Emil Blonsky,
Abomination. Yeah.
Abomination, when you see him opening that portal and they're going through the portal, you can see like a cell behind him, kind of like. So they were saying like that's probably where they're keeping him for the meantime, which is probably maybe hinters to the Thunderbolts movie, maybe, or you know what I'm saying, or something like that. I was like, okay, because it's like, what is an Avenger doing messing around with the Abomination, who is the enemy of another Avenger?
Wait,
You
is
feel
Wong
me?
an Avenger?
Yeah,
Or is he
I
just
mean, he
like,
fought alongside with Doctor Strange,
You
so
know, yeah.
and
yes,
then
we can call him Avenger guy.
He's part of the squad.
yeah,
He on the
because
team.
he was the one.
He's
He
on
was
the
the one
B
that
team. But I
he
continue.
was the one that recruited Shang-Chi. He's like, yo,
Yeah.
from here on out, y'all gonna have to expect some crazy ish. Welcome on board.
Yo, speaking of that scene, why was Hulk not in Hulk form? Like we see Bruce Banner as completely human. I thought he was stuck in Hulk form.
I don't know. That's a good question. I'm not sure. I was thinking that same thing. It was like, yo, he was Professor Hulk last time we saw him.
Yeah.
This what happened between
On.
then and now that made him change back.
Mm-hmm.
The effects of the gamma radiation wear off. Like they just like they just kind of gradually morph back into Bruce. You know what I mean? Like maybe they pumped enough gamma in him maybe be to enable him to be able to like transform
Mhm.
a smidge, but still be in control. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I'm not sure, but I was definitely thinking the same thing.
Someone was saying, I heard somebody say that they're assuming maybe it was like, remember when he comes in contact in Infinity War? No, not Infinity War. Endgame. When he comes in contact with that chick, the chick that was the like Lord of Magic before Doctor Strange.
Oh, the ancient one.
Yeah, and she
Yeah.
knocked this dude out. Knocked him out, like straight knocked him right out of his spirit.
Yeah.
So they were assuming that maybe that had to do with like him being able to transform back into his regular form. They didn't really get too in depth about how, but
Hmm.
I guess that was like their best explanation of it.
That's not
I
an
thought
explanation at all. That's really not.
Well, it's a reach, but what else you got to go
Right.
with? You know.
Hypothesis. It's a hypothesis. Let's just put it that way. I mean, I don't got nothing else to base it off of, but I mean, that sounds a little too far fetched, though. Just a little
I
bit.
feel that. I feel that, but I was kind of like looking at it from like a whole metaphysical type of way, like Like, remember Doctor Strange when he started doing that whole astral projection thing, and he was like reading books while he was sleeping.
Yeah.
So maybe it had like some kind of connection. You know what I'm saying? Like you're able to tap to connect to, because technically, Bruce Banner and Hulk are like two minds in one
Yeah.
body. So it's like when you knocking him out of his body, you got that mind chilling outside the body, and then you got the Hulk mind chilling inside the. That's like now controlling the body. So it's like maybe like in that split second they were able to like have like a metaphysical, connection to be like, oh, yo, now I can do this at will. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know. I'm reaching too.
Yeah, I feel you. He used to be able to control it. So I don't know, maybe he learned to gain that control over it.
Right.
Who knows?
I mean, hopefully it gets addressed
Yeah.
in the future movie
They
because
don't just gloss
that's-
over it.
exactly. I'm like, oh, like what happened? Last time I saw you was Bruce. Nah, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. You know, definitely hoping that gets explained.
Dope.
That being said, that whole Wong and Abomination thing, that kind of seemed like a little I say casino cheat. You know what I mean, you go in and counting cards and stuff. One of those
Yeah.
rigged matches. It's like, so you're telling me Wong and Abomination got a scam going on right now? It's like, okay then, Wong, I see you making that money.
Facts. There's a lot we have to expect in regards to what they're doing right now with all these Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Because we still have to find out what ends up happening with that black dude that went around taking people's powers back.
Mordu.
That guy.
Yeah.
And then now I'm thinking for this new Hulk film that's coming out, they might bring back the Abomination. Just because it's like they kind of gave him an upgrade from the original film that we remember. Like in this one, you can see he has like the whole shark skin all over his head and his ears and stuff. So, and then in this one, he's a little bit dumber, like
for sure.
Yeah, so it's like maybe they might explain. Maybe they might explain the whole like relationship between Bruce Banner and the Hulk in there the same way that maybe Emil Blonsky might have that kind of relationship with the Abomination. Maybe. Just throwing speculations out there, your boy just shooting in the dark, man.
Airballing? No, I'm kidding. Nah, but who knows? We don't know. This is the MCU. Everything's different. So it's definitely possible. And I mean, it would make sense if he was on the Thunderbolts because he would be like the equivalent to the Hulk. So, I mean, that's one member pretty much already taken care of. And I mean, we have U.S. Agent. So he's another one down. Who else do we get?
We got in Black Widow we get the sister. Her name. Well, essentially she assumes the title of Black Widow.
Yeah.
She becomes the new Black Widow. But I think she ends up having a vendetta against
Hawkeye.
Um, so I guess, and here I go with speculations again. I think they
Speculation
beef.
alert.
I think they beef, but Hawkeye explains to her what actually happened, and then now, so one of the videos I was watching was saying that like, remember how Red Skull was saying that in order to obtain the Soul Stone, you have to trade a soul for a soul. So since they went and put the soul back, perhaps maybe her sister might come back. But I mean, we're not really gonna see no more ScarJo unless
No.
she patches things up with Marvel.
Nope.
And then somehow she
Nah,
just
it's not Marvel. It's Disney. It's Disney.
Right. And then somehow they make something happen. They make something magical happen, and then she come back, But and then that kind of patches things up with the sister and Hawkeye, or maybe the sister chooses to stay as on Agatha Harkness's not Agatha Harkness's team. What's her name? The chick that recruited a U.S. agent.
Right.
Oh yeah.
What's her
Valen-
code name?
Fontaine.
Valentine, yeah.
Valentina Fontaine or something like that. Yeah.
She's the one that's essentially going around.
Madam Hydra. That's her code name.
She's essentially the one that's going around and recruiting everybody. I think for like the Dark Avengers or something like that.
Possibly. Speaking of Hawkeye, I just watched the trailer. It looks good. I'm excited to see it.
Yeah. I
It's on Disney. Yeah, definitely check it out when you get a chance.
Finally watched the Eternals trailer.
Mm.
They played it in the theater. I was like, oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, that looks good.
That's some
I
characters.
gotta rewatch those.
And then they have the Carnage trailer. I'm like, okay.
That one I'm excited about.
I see you, Marvel. Sony.
Because I know they said they're gonna connect that to the Spider-Verse. So, I'm thinking to myself, if they connect that to the Spider-Verse, doesn't that essentially make them Marvel now?
Yeah, I mean,
part of the MCU.
I just don't see how it'll fit. Like, it just looks like a lot darker than our current Spider-Man.
Right.
So I don't see how it would fit. I could see them bringing them in for like cameos and stuff like that for the Spider-Verse movie. But I don't know.
Yeah. Because essentially, Eddie Brock does become a good guy.
Yeah, Tom Hardy's Eddie Brock is kind of like a nice guy.
Anti-hero.
Right.
Which, I mean, Venom did have an arc where he was like a anti-hero stuff.
Right.
I feel like it's not too far off, but it is definitely dark. But that begs the question is, like, how are they going to bring in darker heroes? So, like, Moon Knight, which they're already doing, he's a dark hero. The Punisher, hella dark. I'm excited to see how they're going to bring him back and, bring him into the MCU. I would love to see John Bernthal.
If it's not rated R, I don't want it.
Exactly. So it's like, like when you talk about the Venomverse and how that's going to fit in there, also makes you kind of wonder, like, how is, like, Punisher going to fit in there? How is, Deadpool going to fit in there? How are some of these darker heroes, if they choose to introduce them in some way, shape, or form, how are they going to go about them? And there's some dark heroes on the X-Men, like, where that the whole thing can get pretty dark in itself, I feel.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know.
But I will say with Shang-Chi, like, it had its moments. It wasn't like super kid friendly. It was like, a step above that. Like, Like, no, this kid went and assassinated a man. Like, that's what happened.
Right.
Or, they killed a couple people in this movie, like just throwing homie off the bamboo sticks, stuff like that. It had its like dark moments, not super dark, but it wasn't like entirely kid friendly.
Right.
So who knows? Maybe they'll take a chance and try something. Because like the whole Netflix series were all rated R, so it was like.
But see, were those like MCU, like
They're
those
technically a part of the
well,
MCU.
I know they're part of the MCU, but they are they canon? Are they kind of just like, oh, these are here, they have our name on them, you can watch them, but they don't really necessarily tie into like the continuity of the main storyline. You know what I mean?
Right. But yeah, I know what you mean. But like at the same time, they made it a point to like reference the events that happened in the movies. Or, they're like, I remember one specific reference, they were talked about like Hulk flying through the sky or something. So it was like, why mention those characters to, make that connection if you're not gonna say that they're a part of the MCU?
Right.
No, I feel you. I feel you.
So, and everybody loved those series. Like, it was
Except for
rated
Iron
R,
Fist.
except for Iron Fist.
I still haven't watched that.
Yo, I tried to watch I think it was Luke Cage or something like that. The one with all of them in it.
Oh,
The
Defenders.
Defenders.
Oh, you can't start
Yeah.
there. You can't start there.
Man, bro.
You can't
Okay.
I
start
mean,
there.
you probably could. You just wouldn't get what the hell's going on.
Yeah, I didn't get
Yeah.
anything else going on. I was like, yo, this is mad stupid, bro. I turned that crap off, bro.
Yeah. So what is it like? Is it Daredevil, Jessica Jones,
Jones.
Luke Cage, and then Iron Fist?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to watch in that order.
I mean, you don't have to. As long as you watch all of them, you get the gist.
Yeah.
But I would
think,
definitely start with Daredevil because that shit's fire.
yeah.
I bet. Say no more. I'm gonna watch it.
The only thing
Bro.
you need to do is watch Daredevil season 2 before you watch Punisher.
Okay.
Because Punisher shows up in Daredevil season 2 first.
I bet.
Yeah.
Bro, not even to get off track, but can we talk about how fire that whole building fight scene with Daredevil carrying the Punisher on his back, like kicking the shit out of was it all the hand agents or whoever the mafia that was coming after him? Oh, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. That gives me I would say that might be slightly better than Cap's elevator fight scene. I had to throw that out there.
Word. Now I got
So
something to look forward to.
Definitely something to look forward to. And then when you watch it, we can come in and compare.
Bet.
And say, I think did we get a fight in Shang-Chi on that level?
Yeah.
I think was it the father versus Shang-Chi?
I mean, I would say the bus scene is fire.
Bus scene.
It's top tier. I would also say that little chase scene where they're at the underground ring and the villains show up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say those two scenes right there. I'd put them against anything.
Right. Those fight scenes.
We're gonna have to make a.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I like how they incorporated a lot of like Jackie Chan style fighting in there.
I was about to say the same thing, bro.
Like homie was taking off the jacket, like what? I was like, oh.
Oh, okay then.
I was about to say the same thing. I wonder if this dude does his own stunts because Jackie Chan does all his own stunts.
Right. That's a good question. That's a good question actually.
Now you have to go look up in his bio.
Yeah.
Like, does he do his own stunts?
They said that the old guy at that Tao Lao guy, the one that was like training everybody.
Yeah.
They said that actor was the guy that trained with Bruce Lee off scenes or something like that. I may be wrong, but
Huh?
if I heard it correctly, I think that was the guy that trained with Bruce Lee in all of his films,
Mhm.
like off scene and stuff. So when homie pulled through and was like, "Yo, I'm out here."
Look out! No.
Mm.
But yeah. So definitely, I forgot. Definitely, I think I would say for me, the bus scene is definitely up there. Yeah.
Straight fire. I mean, I would say the movie overall exceeded my expectations. I don't.
Really?
Yeah, I wasn't like, you know, too crazy about watching it, but I was gonna watch it, and then while I was in there, I was like, oh damn, that's how we starting this.
I mean, yeah.
It definitely met my expectations because I knew it was gonna be good. You know, I was like, okay, it met my expectation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One thing I did want to say though, remember that one scene when he's running and the dragon is like flying, and like right before he jumps on top of the dragon, like he uses the rings to jump on top of the dragon. Yo, I was thinking about that scene from Avatar when they're bent, when they're like doing the dragon dance and the dragon's dancing with them. I was like, yo, is he about to do the dragon dance?
But with water.
What? Right, yo. Crazy enough, they were saying that like each bending style in Avatar is some form of martial arts.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is really dope to me. So I was just like,
What do you think they came up with all those moves on their own?
well,
Giving them way too much credit.
kinda, but not really. Like I knew it was martial arts, but I didn't know each one like was like a specific type of martial arts.
I feel
Yeah.
you.
So y'all both said that this movie met your expectations. So would you say that, like, overall it's a movie that you're glad you went to the theaters to see, or do you feel like it could have been a movie that you would have waited like a month and a half just to wait and see on like Disney Plus?
For me, I would say, yeah, I'm glad I watched it in theaters. First of all, I'm shocked. Theater tickets are still $12. I'm like, yeah.
Where'd you go?
Denim Legacy.
Real.
$12. I was like, oh, word.
Yeah.
And they
I paid
upgraded
14.
they upgraded their seats in there. I'm like, okay.
That's crazy.
$12.
What did you watch the 2D or?
Yeah, just regular.
That's crazy. What day did you go on?
Saturday?
Yeah, I went
Okay.
Saturday.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I went to the Foxborough Cinema.
Okay.
Yeah, Patriots Place.
So yeah, nah, I have no regrets throwing down the $12. Well worth it, in my opinion.
Feel that.
Uh,
I would have waited. I probably would have waited till it came out on Disney Plus, just because I wasn't really in a rush to see it.
Mm.
But I'm not mad I saw it.
Yeah.
And I'd probably do it again.
I mean, honestly, I'm probably in the same boat. I probably would have waited to see it. I'm not mad that I did, but I feel like it was a good movie. It wasn't like fantastical, over the top, like the best movie ever.
Nah, it was.
But
This guy.
yeah, man. But I mean, it was good. But like Carl said, I could have waited for it.
I bet.
Overall, I didn't really think. Well, I can't really say that. Like, I'm not really sure where it's gonna hold, like how it's gonna help mold Phase 4. But we'll find out.
So final thoughts. What's your overall thoughts on Shang-Chi? More importantly, where would you rank it among the rest of the Marvel movies? And for the sake of argument, just the solo movies. No team ups, including Civil War.
Including Civil War is like
It's
a
a team
solo
up.
movie. Oh, okay. It's like, bro. So,
a hard one.
I mean, I still haven't seen Black Widow, so I don't even.
Yeah, we're not. We don't care about her.
It's true. It's true. The hype died down long ago. Long ago. Anyway, um, I don't know. Obviously it's ahead of Black Widow for me. Clearly. Obviously. Obvi. Um, I definitely don't think it was better than Captain America and Winter Soldier.
Right.
Definitely not. Um, not better than the first Iron Man. I uh, I definitely watched it over the second and third one. Um, I probably rank it higher than the 2008 Hulk movie because I barely remember that one. um, Black Panther's higher than all of them. Just saying. You already know that's gonna be number one.
What about Thor?
I think I'd put it ahead of Thor, mainly
Okay.
because, but not by a lot, maybe like a smidge. I kind of enjoyed the fight, the martial arts and the fight scenes a little more in Shang-Chi than I did Thor.
Right.
So, what is it? What else is there? Ant-Man.
Oh, definitely put over Ant-Man. Oh my gosh. Ah,
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to, but that being said, freaking Louise from Ant-Man freaking makes that whole movie like so enjoyable to watch. So yeah, I think it's pretty much where I'd rank it if there was some kind of ranking in there, which I think there was.
yeah. So I it's definitely not beating any of the Captain America movies. I do agree with you. I would not put it over Iron Man 1 because Iron Man 1 was pretty good. I mean, I didn't like the big bads in Iron Man 2 and 3 because I was just like, y'all suck.
Weakness.
Facts. Are we considering Guardians of the Galaxy as solo movies?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
I'm not putting it over any of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Guardians of the Galaxy,
That's Car. That's
that's
Carl's crew, bro.
that's top tier. That's like going to a 5-star restaurant and getting caviar, bro. That's top tier.
Like Cousin, give me your finest dish right here. Table one.
um, I enjoyed Thor. Um, Thor 1 was good. The first Thor was good. Um, refresh my memory. What was this? Who was the big bad of the second one again?
The Dark House.
Oh yeah, I definitely put it over that one. Oh my gosh. I'd also put it over the third one too, just because I didn't. The fight scenes weren't really that great in the third one. Shang-Chi definitely had some of the best fight scenes.
Yeah.
Like you said, Black Panther is above most of those.
Top tier,
like,
bro. Top tier.
Because it's like the fight scenes is just up there. Like I don't think most of those Marvel movies really seeing the fights. The fight scenes in Shang-Chi because that was like top tier fight scenes, bro. Like what I'm saying, with all that martial arts, bro. Like, come on, man. You're not seeing that anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? So let's just say it's high up there. It's high up there because of the fight scenes. The choreography was awesome. The way they planned everything out, the bad guys, everything was just, it was up there. So definitely, it's high up there. I don't know where, but it's high up there.
So before we get into final thoughts, like I just want to I was wondering if you guys have seen the movie Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Nah, but now that you mention it,
Tiger,
I'm gonna
Hidden
go check
Dragon.
it out.
That's a Bruce Lee joint.
Nah, it's a kung fu movie, martial arts movie,
Yeah.
and it's like I can't remember when I saw it, but it was a long time ago. It was like visually such a beautiful movie. Like I definitely recommend, like if
Mhm.
you get a chance and you can find it somewhere, definitely watch it. Um, Watching this, I kind of especially the chase scene on the underground prison,
Mhm.
and like the mom and the Mandarin fighting, definitely gave me Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragons vibes. So that's definitely another one of the reasons why like I enjoyed. I'm happy I went to go see it. Um, so
I feel you.
Word.
yeah, definitely a comparison. I just want to sneak in there.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt,
Hmm.
no doubt.
Word.
Yeah. Where was I? So for me, this movie, yeah, it's probably my favorite solo movie. As of now, who knows? That might change in 6 months. Um, maybe I rewatch it and I'm like, maybe it wasn't that great. But initially, I was like, yes, this is it. It kind of check off everything I look for in a movie, in a superhero movie specifically. And I'm a little biased that I vibe with Asian culture. I always find Asian culture fascinating, so that automatically kind of put it up there.
Right.
uh, yeah. So for me, gotta give this movie a 10. Gotta give it a
Word.
10.
I see. I mean, I wouldn't give it rated as high. I'd give it like a 7, 8 out of 10.
Mhm.
I mean, and I didn't even rank it with tons of other movies that I forgot, like Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel, the list.
You
It's
say it like it's not better than Captain Marvel.
I mean, it
Stop.
is. I like, bro, you capping right now. Cut it out. No, no, I'm not saying it's not. It is.
Uh,
I would prefer to watch it over Captain Marvel, just because Captain Marvel it was all right. The fight scenes, eh, not really that great.
yeah.
I mean, her whole move set. It's not about fighting. It's I got like these glowing hands. I'm gonna punch you real hard, and that's it. You know what I mean? So there's only so much you can do with that.
Mhm.
Um,
Which brings
but
me back to my point. I'm glad that the 10 rings weren't OP because we get to see his actual skill.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. I'm not saying like I said, I might have missed a few movies, which this movie obviously ranks higher than we
Mhm.
already just talked about one Captain Marvel. That being said, I am looking forward to the Marvels. Curious to see what they do with it. Um, hmm,
Yeah.
like I
I,
said, 8 out of 10 for me.
I feel you. Um, I think we got the Eternals up next, maybe. Am I forgetting one? What's in October?
No, I think it's the
We
Eternals.
got October 1st, Venom,
Venom. That's what I meant.
uh,
Hmm.
and then Eternals. I believe it's later in October.
I think it's early November. Pretty sure.
Yeah, and in December we're
That was
getting
like
Hawkeye.
November 22nd.
It's November. That's all I know.
I think it's like November 16th or something.
Uh,
Yeah, hold on, I got you. Alexa, when does the Eternals come out?
Bro, you can't.
This dude's at
The
Alexa.
film Eternals will be released on Friday, November 5th, 2021.
November 5th. Okay. Bro. Hmm.
You gotta ask Alexa sometime. She know the answers. She got the answers.
That's what she do.
So yeah, Venom and Eternals on deck.
On
Sir.
Spider-Man, bro. Don't forget Spider-Man.
That's after.
Oh yeah, and Spider Man
December.
in the
Bro, December.
December.
Bro, I've never been so excited for this somebody come in my life.
Isn't Hawkeye coming out in December too?
Not
It's soon
sure.
though.
Yeah, definitely soon.
Is it a film or is it a series?
Series.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's gonna be interesting to watch. That's the next probably gonna be like 6 episodes. Cause I mean that's what they've all been so far.
Right.
A little disappointing, but at least we're gonna get second seasons for some of them. So that'll
Right.
be good.
Thanks. All right. So yeah, Shang-Chi. Solid. Goat. No.
Huh.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is our show. All of us here at Ninja Talk would like to thank you for tuning in to tonight's episode. If you enjoyed the show, make sure to follow us on Twitter at Ninja Talk 3. Follow our Facebook and Instagram page at Ninja Talk, the podcast. And be sure to check out our YouTube channel by the same name, where we'll be posting even more content. Podcasts Podcast episodes drops every Tuesday on Anchor and Spotify. So make sure you're subscribed to get upload notifications. Once again, my name is Mike, and this has been Ninja Talk.